Are Daz Studio filters worthless? I'm going to show some comparisons with and without. You decide for yourself. You should view this video in high res for best results. The first picture without filters took about 2 hours to render. I forgot to turn the bloom filter off, but that just causes the lights to blur. This version has all filters on. It took the same amount of time to render. Not a big difference, but the filters did smooth out the grain. Did it really lose any detail? Maybe, but which looks better? Here's the same picture zoomed in without filters. Now with filters. And without. I had to render each girl separately and combine them in Photoshop for the filtered version, because my 8GB video card doesn't have enough memory for filters to work in large scenes. This is something to look at if you find your filters are not working. Here's a close-up without filters. And now filtered. Each of these pictures took 1¼ hours to render in 5,000 iterations. Which looks better? Sure, I could render all day long without filters to get a better image, but is it worth it? This depends on your goal. If you're animating, filters are mandatory. This render took 4 minutes, which is still too long for an animation. Her hand is blurred because field of view is turned on. Now I included filters with the same 4-minute render. Next, I will show actual animation to really make it clear how important filters are. Each frame took 1.5 minutes to render. Her eyes are black due to a bug that Daz has still not fixed. She's too far from the center of the scene.
You don't understand what I'm talking about, do you?
Look at all of that grain. Now here's a filtered version.
You don't understand what I'm talking about, do you?
No contest. How long would I have to let each frame render without noticeable grain? The grain is far more noticeable when animated. This short clip took 2 hours at 25 frames per second. I would rather render at 60 frames per second because it looks a lot better. But that would take more than double the time. Thank you for watching, and take care.